Welcome to Using Interview Instruments, video number 8 in Hiring Series. Today's topic is 8 of 9 and provides a summary of how interview instruments were used in each of 2 interviews of our case study. It's about 2.5 minutes long and we'll start with a reminder about the importance of planning. One of the most important things to remember is that many people are involved in creating and using the interview instruments. Staff and consultants, as well as board members and other key advisors. Collaborative design lends credibility to the process and helps to engage your team in creating essential questions asked of all candidates. That means during interview number 1 in our case study, collaborators agreed on essential questions that you can comfortably ask a candidate in about an hour or hour and a half. On the left side of your screen, you'll see page 1 of interview instrument number 1. Don't worry about trying to read the questions. The print is too small for that. It's shown here to give you a sense of how to navigate its use. The next thing for collaborators to agree on was who's asking the questions and will be among the interviewers. In our case study, the executive director and search consultant in the role of hiring manager were involved in interview number 1. Also, something to agree on is whether or not each question will be weighted. We wanted our score sheet to add up to a total of 100 points for interview number 1. So each question was given a weight to relative importance, with all questions adding up to 100. You're seeing just page 1 of the interview instrument as I noted before. Page 2, along with focusing questions, weighting, scoring, and evaluating candidate responses, are covered in detail in videos 5 and 7 if you want more information about those topics. Now let's take a brief look at how interview instrument number 2 was used. Just as with interview number 1, collaborators agreed on essential questions during planning, but there was one big difference with interview number 2. Unlike interview 1, questions were assigned to each of 3 staff members who wanted to ask specific questions. Each interviewer also graded each candidate on the whole interview using 1-letter grade for the whole interview. This approach was used in interview number 2 because it required less training time since the evaluation method was the same letter grading system used in school. Videos number 5 and 7 go into greater detail if you'd like to get granular or if you have questions about the interview instruments and the design of the process. Thank you for joining us for Using Interview Instruments. Next up, number 9 is a template containing resources and references for the Rumor and Clark Hiring Process series. If you want to know our sources of information and where to get more, that might be a useful document for you. This concludes our hiring process series. Thank you for joining us.